Hello. We adjust my camera here. I'm not gonna make this video very long, and I'm wait for some people to come in. But hey, happy birthday Thursday! It is Jupiter Day, the day of Jupiter, the day of luck, expansion, and abundance. Okay. Um, I'll wait for some more people to come up in here. But I really want to talk about this topic because I'm experiencing this, and I got inspiration lately. And I just want to share my inspiration. Y'all know I love anime. Anime is a really, really big thing of mine. So I've been inspired by a new anime. And guess what? It has a black character. Okay. So, take a little break from y'all, the shonen jumps and stuff like that. Okay. But how y'all doing? If y'all here, give me a 111 or give me a thumbs up. So just send me 111. Just send me one. If y'all in this thing, or if y'all can hear me really. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started in a few. I really appreciate y'all for emailing me and all those things like that. However, I have been getting very strange emails. So I really strongly encourage y'all to not send me weird emails, okay? Like don't send me no bullshit. Like don't send me no creepy ass shit. Don't send me no creepy shit. I can make a plethora of my emails and other crazy stuff that I get in my emails. So this is not it, okay? So I'm gonna wait for the 2 minute mark, which is in 10 seconds, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. Okay. So I have been watching a show called Afro Samurai. Okay. It is an anime series. I think most of the producers on Afro Samurai are black. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson is included in Afro Samurai. And what's his name from Wu Tang? Is it RZA or RZA? He makes the music for it. Okay. And I found it very, very interesting. Okay. So, and I found how to relate that to kind of godhood and kind of the path and spirituality and all that other jazz. I cannot see my comments. I'll just go ahead and that's okay. Anyway, so with Afro Samurai, okay, basically takes place in some Asian country, I'm assuming it's Japan because samurais are a Japanese thing. Okay, and the original Japanese people were black. Okay, they are currently there. They just live on the outskirts of Japan. All right, so story takes place in Japan, and there are these headbands. Now we don't know who created these headbands, but the only headbands that are known are the headband number one and number two. So these headbands indicate like the greatest warrior probably of the world. Okay, and they do it by fighting. Okay, so Afro Samurai, the story starts out, he's a child. His father is a number one. He wears the number one headband. Okay, so Afro Samurai's father is basically the head honcho. He's the head nigga, right? So in the beginning of the anime series, basically someone challenges him, his father dies, and now he's basically spends his life getting revenge. He ends up he's being an orphan, so he ends up getting taken in by a lot of people. But his main focus, his main drive was to avenge his father, to be the number one warrior. Okay, now like I said, there are only two headbands, so the person who killed Afro Samurai's father now wears the number one headband. That come from when you wear these headbands, right, in this realm or that reality, okay, in Afro Samurai's world, it requires you just don't get any breaks, okay, because you wear Afro Samurai's wearing the number two headband. It's power, okay. People constantly challenge him. He kidding me? Like when you wear these headbands, you can barely go out in public without someone trying to attack you or without someone trying to basically kill you to get that number one spot. Okay, in order to get the number one, you have to kill the number two. And mind you, Afro Samurai looks just how it sounds. He's the black African man, okay, who has an afro and he's well skilled in his training, right? So eventually, Afro Samurai, of course, revenge. Okay, when you wear these headbands, killing is inevitable. Okay, in the Afro Samurai realm, I highly recommend y'all watch this. But killing is inevitable because when you put that headband on, you sign up for in this endless cycle of killing and destruction. Okay. Um, so eventually, of course, Afro Samurai achieved the number one headband. It wasn't easy, okay, but even the number one person who had the number one headband, he described that feeling as being a god. Because once you become the number one warrior in the world, you're literally a god. And when you are a god, okay, you can't do certain things that humans do. So upon battling the person for the number one headband, who, like I said, the person who killed his father many years ago, this guy, he had to really live up in the mountains. He couldn't even have a regular life, like, because if you were to be the number one headband and seen out in public, like, it's already was hard enough to wear the number two headband, but the number one headband is, you think number two is bad, number one, people really gonna be on your ass. So, and when he was describing the person before he killed, Afro Samurai killed the number one person who killed his father, the number one warrior at the time. He described, like I said, the feeling as God. Okay, that the endless of the cycle of killing basically is inevitable. Okay, so how am I relating this? Like I said, it's a lot of other things that going on in there. There's a lot of other symbolism that goes on in there. But how am I relating this to basically godhood and responsibility? It's similar to when you evolve in consciousness. Okay, I have experienced this lately. When you evolve in consciousness and really know yourself and tap into your own abilities and power, you emit a frequency. Okay, you emit that light. Okay, and a lot of people are either attracted to you, or they are in a good way, or they're attracted to you negatively, like they want to take you out. For example, I've been having some issues at work. Like I said, I've been on my trickster magician shit. So, you people might try to come for me, but I'm protected and I can think on my feet and I know how the third dimension kind of operates. Okay, when you have great power, it comes with great responsibility. When Afro Samurai puts on that number two headband, he knows what he's signing up for. Okay, he knows exactly what the deal is. All right. Same thing when you reach godhood. When you reach godhood, when you have your spiritual awakening, life is not the same. Life will never be the same. Okay, and even though when I can sure everybody can relate, when you first got into your spiritual awakening, you kept seeing 111 or 1111. One equals individualism. Well, one equals a lot of things, but when you're starting off on a path, it means individualism. It means one, standing on your own, standing in your own power. Okay. So when you decide to develop your psychic abilities and things like that, you got your agent smiths, or you got your humans who either want to snub out your fire, or who are actually naturally attracted to you because you are powerful. Like I said, I am realizing I have a lot of power, extremely a lot of power. I don't even, every day I think like it should be a shame how one human individual can have so much power, but it's been bestowed upon me and I would take the responsibility for it. Okay, which is not a problem to me, right? But when you have power, when you begin to develop yourself from human into God, or when you start to develop yourself from ego into the spirit, it comes with great responsibility. Okay, people are going to attack you. People are going to try to comfort you. People are going to snub up your life and test you. Okay, because, or like I said, the perfect example of that is archons. Okay, or what they call archons, are like the entities, that basically fuck with humanity, and they want to fuck with people like us the most because they know how bright our light is, and they know that we're here to bring purpose to the world or elevate consciousness into the world. It's similar, like I said, to the Matrix, Agent Smiths, right? They knew that Neo was the one. 111. Neo is the one, right? So when you're in this reality, you're going to get attacked by Agent Smiths. Like, that's how much power Neo had, to the point, like, not only did he have to deal with Agent Smith's BS, but he also had to deal with the creator of the Matrix. Okay, so it was two. It's just people, when people see you elevated, becoming powerful, and standing in your power and developing your skills and your psychic abilities, you're going to get tested. Okay, whether it's from outside forces or whether it's from other people. Okay, whether it's from circumstances or from other human beings, right? But when you go through this journey, Okay. They say that, you did sign, I hate when people say that, a soul contract, because that make it sound like I didn't have a choice. I don't like commitments like that. That's a big ass commitment, right? So I try not to use those words, but when you sign up and when you go on this path, understand what you're signing up for. Yes, you're going to manifest faster. Yes, you're going to get good luck. Yes, you're going to meet all of these wonderful new people, and you're going to be blessed, and you're going to live in prosperity and abundance. And people are looking at you like, why is your life like this and my life is not like this? How can you do this? How do you have the power to do this, secure yourself? And I don't. Okay, that is great power, because once you raise up from the dead, the physical, okay, to the spiritual, that is power, because you're no longer subjugated to third dimensional limitations. Okay, I'm sure y'all can really understand third dimensional limitations. Okay, I'm sure before y'all got your awakening, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sure before y'all had your awakening, life was much harder. But after you have your spiritual awakening, actually start to delve into your soul, you start to see that life is easier. And then people wonder, well, how the fuck she doing that? Or how the fuck he doing that? It's because, I've taken the journey and I'm tapping into my multi-dimensional consciousness, and I'm actually, moving through the shit. Sixth dimensional consciousness allows you to make miracles happen. Okay, this is where they explain the ascended masters such as Jesus and Buddha, all these people, even them people, right? Saying, okay, let's say we know that Jesus is not a real person. Okay, Jesus is just an allegorical figure describing you as sixth dimensional consciousness. Okay, so when you make it to sixth dimensional consciousness, okay, I'm going to talk more about this because I have experience. I fluctuate between these realities. At the lowest, I fluctuate between the fourth dimension and the sixth dimension, but I've been at the sixth dimension. Okay, you can really do anything. Okay, Jesus and all the other ascended masters, they were at sixth dimensional consciousness, so they were making things happen, right? They were making miracles. Okay, they didn't have to worry about anything. Either circumstances or God took care of it for them, or they had other people to help them and take care of them for them too, right? So y'all know the story of Jesus. Jesus was chilling, turning water into wine, feeding 400 people with 2 fish. And like I said earlier, niggas wondering like, how the fuck they able to do this? So this is when outside circumstances start to come in and be like, oh nah, fuck this nigga. Like that's when the Romans was just like, okay, no, this nigga's a threat. Like, what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's really the threat. Like, he gotta go. So, technically, the Romans crucified Jesus because they was basically some haters. And don't you find it ironic that the Roman Catholic Church is like the head honcho of Christianity, but in the Bible, the Romans killed Jesus? Y'all find that just a little bit odd? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't have my, what do you call it? My chat on. Maybe because YouTube made some changes, so if y'all ain't talking to me today, I know y'all talking to me, or y'all probably just comment on what I'm saying. Okay, but yeah, so sixth dimensional consciousness, once you start to elevate in consciousness, comes with great responsibility. It's like the headband in, like I said, in Afro Samurai. Like I said, I highly recommend you watch that. It's when I tell you it's black, it's black. Okay, like it's the main characters are black. Okay, you got Afro Samurai, you got his subconscious, which is plays Samuel L. Jackson, so he kind of adds some comedic satire to it. And like I said, you got RZA. I think RZA produces most of the music in Afro Samurai. Okay, so it's really dope. You check it out. Okay, but yeah, so great power comes with great responsibility. Once you put on that number 1 headband, you can't live life the same. Okay, not to say that you can't enjoy life, but in this particular series, when you have the number 1 headband, you gonna have to really seclude yourself from the world, because everybody's gonna want that number 1 headband. You could get caught slipping once, and you can't even. When you have the number 1 headband in this series, it's like you can't do anything. Like, people are gonna always be on your head because they want what you have. They want your power. Because, like I said, they even reference you having the number 1 headband as a god. Everybody wants to be God, okay? But everybody don't want to come do the work to become God. Everybody wants the egotism from it. That's why a lot of people who tried to kill Afro Samurai when he had the number 2 headband, it's like they just didn't have a sauce like that. They just wasn't equipped like that, right? So same thing in godhood, okay? Everybody's probably going to wonder why you do the things that you do. I know I have people around me, how do you do this? Or how did you get away with this? Or how is this manifesting for you? It's because I've done the work, okay? I was destined to be number 1. I was destined to be the one, okay? Like I said, and having this power, that song by Kanye, I know people don't like Kanye right now, but that's my Gemini brother, so I gotta stand with my Gemini brother. Um, no one man should have all that power, right? And sometimes I really sit and think on my life, like, wow, how do I have the ability to do what I do? Like, how do I have the ability, like, for example, I'm just chilling. Y'all know I took like a little spiritual retreat. That's what I did my last video on. I bought an Airbnb. So the second day they ended up refunding me my money for the Airbnb, under the pretenses that, I guess the property manager, he was apologizing for the construction. They were doing some construction outside my room, so they were apologizing for the noise. So I end up getting my money refunded. So I end up staying at this nice ass Airbnb for the free, you know. So it's just simple things like that, okay? It's just simple things that happen and occur when you have access to certain power, okay? So I really, really hope y'all really check out that series, because that series is really, really dope. And yeah, I was really gonna keep this message very short. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this very short because I got other stuff to do. What's up? But yeah, so if you want to run a reading for me, I will put all my information in the description box after I post this. If you don't have patience enough to wait for my email to drop when this video processes, go ahead and look at my previous videos and get all my information from there. But I really just did want to come with this quick information, okay? So if you're going to take this journey, okay, understanding that, yes, you might have the power, you might be God to handle the bullshit like Afro Samurai, right? So Afro Samurai, after everything that he went through, still got his number one headband to avenge his father, and also had to face some shadow work so he can release and so he can move on and not hold on to the death of his father in a negative way. Okay, so I highly recommend y'all watch that. I'm mad I didn't get to talk to y'all because, like I said, I don't know what the hell's going on with my chat, but I see y'all in here and I appreciate y'all so much. So go ahead and hit your girl up. You know I love y'all, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all.